We're at the Knife Expo 2018 in Pasadena, California with Mr. Jeff Morgan. Mr. Morgan, how are you, sir?
Good.
Nice to meet you. And your lovely wife over here as well?
Hello.
Sandy? How you doing, Sandy? She's the one who actually gave permission for you to do this interview, by the way.
And she's the boss anyhow.
She's the boss anyhow, right? Okay, very good. Well, listen, I just, I couldn't help but notice a number of your knives here. You've got some very interesting working blade styles, and we'll talk about them in just a moment. But primarily, I'm curious, what got you into knife making? How long ago did you become a maker?
I started at age 32. I'm now 73, so it's been a long time. And I guess I was interested in some kind of a craft. And as a kid, I did some welding, some metal fabrication, a number of other things. And I went with my dad to the Riverside County Fair one time. And in the craft building, there were some handmade knives. And that kind of got me hooked. So I bought some very simple equipment that everybody starts with.
Right.
And a lot of times I'll lose my ambition quickly, but I had some money invested, so I was forced to work on knives. And it finally caught. And then I bought better equipment.
You had an actual financial incentive to keep
Right.
making. Yeah,
Right.
which I think a lot of knife makers end up with.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, and so is there any particular design or style that you prefer to make or that you really enjoy making?
Well, yeah, let me give you the evolution. I started doing what everybody else did. And those were hunting knives primarily. And we got into mirror finish, which I did well. And in fact, I did that for 28 years. And finally, one time, I just got tired of the mirror finish, choking on that green dust.
Takes a lot of work.
Yeah, and one of the things, in my old age, my skill level may drop a little, but it's my ambition to do that hard stuff that I've gotten away from. So I started this about 13 years ago, and I'm kind of influenced by Old West styles of knives.
Okay, and you do have kind of a satin type of a finish on most
Right,
of these.
they're all satin,
Go ahead.
and it's a 3M pad is the final finish.
And like you said, a Western type of a style seems to be.
Now, some are a more modern hunting knife, but built on the same principles as a knife was 100 years ago.
Right, right. Everything looks like it's full tang.
Yes, some hidden tang. There's a hidden tang. Very few through tangs.
Right.
I've kind of given up bolsters, but certainly have guards periodically.
Right. Yeah, and it looks like you've simplified your guards a bit. You're not really getting into anything too fancy, more utilitarian.
Yeah, no file work. I did that as a kid, but not anymore.
Yeah. Okay, very good.
And everything is 1095. Did we talk about that?
I don't know if you mentioned it, but that's a good thing to
That's
mention as
my
well.
steel of choice. It's available in any size you want. Probably most of the knives in this show are 1095.
Right.
Very common.
Yeah.
And it's fairly easy to work with. I do my own heat treating now, which I didn't before.
So you go from bar steel
Yeah.
all the way through the heat treat
Right.
and final finish.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. What kind of evolution has your shop undergone, just out of curiosity, if any?
Evolution?
Yeah, if you've had any evolution.
Zero.
Zero. Okay. So,
You got to have a good grind. I have
Sandy
a
over there,
Birking-
she's laughing. She's saying, "Yeah, there's been zero
No,
evolution."
I have a Birking 960 build grind that I modified with a DC variable speed motor. I couldn't do it without that.
Right.
And then beyond that is a cheap bandsaw, a cheap drill press, 2 cheap vices, and a fairly expensive Baldor buffler, which I don't use very much now because I don't do polished blades anymore.
Right.
So it's very little. And I do have a nice shop, 12 by 17 shop.
So it's comfortable for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. One-man shop.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm not a junk collector, but the place is filthy. There's been a number of couples that come to the house and come to the shop, and the husband's interested in knives, and the wife says, "No way, we're going to do this."
Oh, he's interested in making knives.
Yeah, but when they see how filthy
When they see what it looks like, yeah.
Not in my
She
house.
says, no, you're not doing that there. Okay, very good. And I imagine some of the evolution of your shop has been a lot of sweat as well.
Well, I guess it's technique that I've learned. I almost surprise myself. I've had people come over and I've showed them what I do, and they all say, I had no idea you worked that fast. And what you're doing, you're doing this step, and in 5 minutes I'll be in this step, so if I pass by, I'll put this down that I need at that time. So you're accustomed to what's going on.
You're multitasking quite a bit.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's all simple stuff, so there's not a lot to learn.
So in the more production-oriented shops,
I think so.
There's like a lot of steps involved processing,
Right.
whereas you're kind of multitasking. As a one-man shop, you're multitasking.
Yeah, I guess you can say if you set up to do a particular job, you get more done if you do it on 4 knives rather than 1.
Right.
And I probably make knives. I used to make in batches of 12 and then 6. That's about 4.
Okay, understandable, but outstanding to hear, sir. Now, you've got a couple of folders as well, friction folders, is that what these
Friction
are?
folders, yeah.
Okay.
And that's.
Did you ever get into any liner locks or?
I've done liner lock, back lock, and I guess that's it. Probably 3 dozen conventional folders. But then I found this. This is mine. It's got some age on it. And it's the handiest knife. You can do one hand opening and one hand closed, which make it very convenient.
Right.
And also, if you're making knives and somebody says, what do you carry? You better pull one out with your name on it.
That's true. Very true. Although I have met a couple of makers that don't, because they're selling everything they can because that's just what they do. And it looks like you've got a nice handy little device built into the back of yours.
Yes. Bottle opener.
Yeah. Very good. For those of us who like to pop an occasional stout or ale. Sandy's laughing over there. She's saying, yeah, he does some of that in the shop too. Not too much though.
No, I don't.
Or you wouldn't have any fingers left.
No, I've developed gout, so.
Oh, well, I'm sorry to hear that.
No beer.
Well, Mr. Morgan, it was an absolute pleasure to talk to you and meet you. And have you passed on your skill to anyone?
No.
There are no younger people that you've passed your skills on to? Nobody seems to care.
And I'm not sure that I care. I do it myself.
Right.
It's my relief. It's a hobby, and it's my chance to get things done and think it out.
And get a chance to decompress a little bit.
Yeah.
Very good.
He tried to pass it on to our grandson. He worked with him to make 2 knives, and Brian said, this is too much work. I don't want to do this.
Okay. Well, Sandy and Jeff, you have a very good trip home. Thank you.